Can you just talk about how you played you're more of a playmaker tonight, and how your teammates, especially in the first half, did a lot of the scoring?
I guess that's how I got to play. I mean, you just got to, as a basketball player, you got to read what the defense is giving you. And they're really having 2 to 3 guys on me at all times. So what I'm trying to do is just give other guys space, create space for others, and also be a good screen setter. I think that's key, especially when those guys playing on top of me and allowing me to set screens and open it up for other guys. And I was just trying to do whatever I could to win tonight, really, knowing that they're putting a lot of pressure on me and putting 2 to 3 guys on me at all times.
Isaiah Martimico, Celtics.com. Before I get into my question, I got to ask you follow up on that. How often have you been a screen setter in your NBA career?
And I'm versatile. I do it all.
Getting to the real question, Scott Brooks was just sitting up here, and he said that he thinks their loss and the way they played tonight might have been a mental thing where they got a little comfortable after winning 2 games. It's only natural for that to happen in human nature. How do you guys prevent that from happening on your end going into Game 6? And how do you maintain the momentum and play with that level of intensity that you did tonight down there in Washington?
I think we just got to stay in the moment. We know what's at stake. We know it's going to be a hostile environment. We know it's going to be tough to get a win out there. But if we lock in like we did tonight, limit our turnovers, limit their transition, that gives us the best chance of winning that game. And we did a hell of a job tonight, from the first guy to the last guy. Coach made great adjustments, and we took what was off the whiteboard and put it in on the court, and we just got to do that on Friday.
As Adam Himmelsbach with the Boston Globe. Brad said when he saw you Monday, he could tell you'd already watched film and already were thinking about the next steps. Was that unusual for you to do that kind of on your own early? And what did you see in the film, and what did you take, and what kind of were those next steps for you?
My job was just to figure out what they were doing in games 3 and 4, not just for myself but for my teammates. And the coaching staff helps me out when I need all the film that I need. Our video guys help me out, and I just try to figure it out, because I think if I know what's going on, it makes it easier for my teammates. So I don't want to tell you exactly what they were doing or exactly what I was looking for, but I was definitely studying, because I needed to figure out what was going to be open and how I was going to get my teammates involved, because I need those guys.
Isaiah, excuse me, Steve Belpat, Boston Herald. Just your thoughts on Avery's night with the 2 hit pointers and all that.
He played like he's supposed to. He played through it. It's the playoffs, and we needed him to play that way. And he put his injuries aside and laced his shoes up and played. And he was the key to this game. Like, on both ends of the floor, offensively, defensively, he did it all. And we need that from him, especially even in game 6, we're going to need that from him. And I'm proud of him. I told him before the game that I believe in him, and he's going to have a big game, and he did.
Michael Pina, Vice Sports. Just jumping on that response right there, how critical specifically was Avery's defense on John Wall tonight and throughout this entire series?
I mean, Avery's the best on-ball defender in the NBA. I mean, hands down. But a guy like John Wall, you're not just going to stop. You just got to try to contain him and make it tough on him. I mean, all the really good players in this league, it's hard to stop because they get so many opportunities each and every night. But he does a hell of a job on them. I mean, he makes it tough. I mean, nothing's easy. And that's what Avery Bradley does each and every night.
Jared Weiss, CLNS Media. You guys won both the rebounding and the transition battle, and usually it's almost a choice between the two. What did you, I mean, I know you came into the game a lot more hyped up, but what did you do execution-wise to be able to track back that well?
Honestly, we just wanted to impose our will. Coach just kept saying that, impose our will, be the more physical team, and make them work for everything. And I think that just translated to beating them on the boards and beating them to the loose balls and all the 50-50 balls. We were definitely the hardest playing team tonight, and it showed. And we want that to happen in Game 6, which we know is going to be tough, but we gotta be ready.
Julian Bimbo, Boston Globe, when you're right. you mentioned a little bit just now, but aside from putting the ball in the bucket a lot, what did you guys do to kind of limit them in transition, and how important was that?
We didn't turn the ball over. I think, we had 11 turnovers or something like that. And when we did turn the ball over, for the most part, we got back on defense. And I think if we limit their transition, that's half the battle right there, because they're a great transition team, especially when John Wall gets out. He's arguably the fastest guy in the NBA. So when he gets out and getting dunks and layups and looking for Bill for threes, it's hard to beat those guys. So if we limit that, that gives a better chance to be successful.
Isaiah Sherrod Blakely, Comcast Sportsnet. This will be your first opportunity to close out this series against him. In the Chicago series, you guys were able to take care of business on the road. How much can you benefit from having gone through an experience like that where you've been in a hostile environment and you were able to still find a way to get it done?
Benefit a lot from it. We've done it before, so we could definitely do it again. We know it's not going to be easy, but we just gotta come together. We gotta come together. We gotta be who we are, and that's Celtics basketball. I think if we do that, we'll be fine, and then limit 26-0 and 22-0 runs, and we'll be okay.
Jay King, MassLive.com. You said you were preparing for this one like it's the most important game of your career. How tough was it for you to kind of say, okay, I might not be able to take that scoring load? And would you have been able to do that earlier in your career? What does it say about your maturation process?
Earlier in my career, I probably just maybe kept forcing it, trying to keep going. But now I'm seeing the game differently. So, like, I watch a lot of film, and I see what they're doing to me, and they literally have almost 3 guys on me, and there's no way that I could just keep going like that. So I got to change it up until things open up. But at the same time, that's not going to stop me from being aggressive and trying to make plays, not just for myself, but for my teammates as well. But I'm getting better at that, and I'm a student of the game, and I just try to keep getting better and learning more and more each and every game. And next game might be another game where I'm setting screens and getting other guys open and getting in the paint, dishing it out. Or next game, I might drop 40. You never know.